Good evening, everybody. I wonder if you can hear me. There is a little bit of drilling going on, which I wasn't expecting tonight. And if it does get a little bit too loud, then obviously we'll have to stop the stream. Just let me know if you can hear the drilling in the background and it is causing you a problem. I'm told it's the quiet drill tonight, so hopefully it won't cause too much of a problem. And the reason is they are putting a new bathroom in the house where I live next door. Started a week ago. I believe there's another week left to go. But hopefully it's not going to be too disruptive tonight. If it is, then we'll just have to rethink and maybe abandon doing the streams for a couple of weeks until it's all finished. Only drilling we'll see tonight as the team talks. Oh yeah, big drilling. Got the team sheet up here for the next game, and I'm looking at this squad, and it does look very, very thin on the ground. And I was noticing that not only are we thin on the ground in terms of our striking positions, but we're very, very thin on the ground in other positions, particularly at the shadow striker position. My scouts, as usual, from my experience in FM, are absolutely amazing, and they have been out doing a lot of work apparently, and have come up with nothing. It's just quite unbelievable. We've got a lot of stuff going on in the 15 to 23s. And if Charlie Taylor does go, then we're going to be looking for a left back. And there isn't one, which is kind of interesting. He's found nothing in Scotland. He's found nothing. And so it goes on, nothing. So it is like a little bit of a nightmare with just a week left. In terms of my own short list, I have a couple of midfielders, but I'm not really desperate for midfielders. I was looking at this guy, Jerry Yates. Been scouting him for a couple of weeks now. Possible pressing forward. He's 25 years old. The board will not be very happy, but unfortunately the board will have to stay unhappy. I do need to find someone who can play up front and who has a decent level of finishing, and he does have good finishing, good composure, and I think if we can get him close to the penalty spot or even closer to goal, then I think he will do a very good job. He's got good physicals, good mentals. He's technically quite a good player, so I think that he is an option for us. And if Charlie Taylor does go, there is a left back, Kai Wagner. He is affordable if we can lose Charlie Taylor. Looks like he would be a decent replacement for Charlie Taylor. He's 25 years old again, and then again that's going to upset the board. But I think as long as results are coming in, then these things don't come back to bite you. So it's important that we keep getting results. I always have this problem, Ben, with scouting transfer windows, and I don't know how to resolve that. I think it's probably the worst part of the game. Hey, Rach, how are you doing? Nice to see you here again. And I guess you and your missus are sitting down in front of the TV, are you? Just having a nice evening watching old man Phil trying to figure out FM. I can't think personally of anything worse, but as long as you're happy, mate, it's good to see you. So yeah, I mean, there are replacements that if I can sell Charlie Taylor. It was quite interesting that on the social media feed, I did notice just recently that Burnley's 28-year-old defender Charlie Taylor is the chief target of the Everton management, according to reports also claiming a deal worth 14.5 million is getting closer by the day. I know this is just rumour, and a lot of people don't take any notice of this, but I do. I'm also looking at here that Liam Lindsay from Preston, who is a centre-back who I know very well and became a very good centre-back. He is wanted by Swansea. This is always very interesting, and it's the kind of thing that you get in your inbox when you make a bid for someone, and then suddenly you get this email. Oh my God, the news has leaked out, and this is where it ends up in the social feed. So I think it's pretty fair. If something leaks out for another team, then I can go and make bids for those players as well. So I always think it's well worth keeping an eye on this social feed. Luton Town's 25-year-old defender Reece Burke, who is a right back, unfortunately, so not anything that I'm looking for. And all these rumours are abound that Hull City are in for Watford's 28-year-old defender William Troost-Ekong. He is a centre-back, and 2.4 million. It's also possible that we will have a centre-back leave, so maybe I should be looking at just popping him on the shortlist for a month, just in case things get really desperate. But until Charlie Taylor or someone else worth a lot of money is sold, we are stuck with the same squad. And so we have to get on with things with the same squad. I can hear things in the background, guys, so if it does become uncomfortable, let me know. It's not drilling, there's a lot of moving of plasterboard going on at the moment. So please let me know, guys, if if it becomes too noisy. You do like a good drilling rage, do you? Don't we all? Well, I used to when I was younger. Now I don't tell people off so much. Oh boy. Oh, today I've gone for a peach sparkling water, which is a little better than the rhubarb and custard one that I had last time. So we're all set, and we do have a couple of games. If you remember where we were, we had that terrible game against Everton. It was absolutely shocking, that. And the game... yeah, Sunderland second in the table. Yeah, I guess that would upset you, Ben. We'll try and do something about Sunderland as the save goes on for you. And we'll certainly try and beat Sunderland when we have the pleasure of playing them. And, but yeah, we had that game against Everton in the Carabao Cup. I'm not really bothered about the Carabao Cup. I never am. But, boy, oh boy, should we have won that game? Definitely. I feel really cheated about that. So we're going to go through until the transfer window closes today. And that means we have games against Wigan and Millwall. And if we have a look at the table, Wigan we should be beating quite comfortably. But these games are very, very difficult, always. Potential banana skins. Millwall, a little bit more tricky. They are a team that are overachieving. Go to the season preview. Millwall are predicted to finish in 9th, so maybe they're not overachieving, but Wigan are predicted to finish in bottom place, so Wigan we should be beating. Millwall, I think a team like Burnley should be beating as well, but who knows with this squad that we currently have. Send them back to League One. Oh, you'd love that, Ben, wouldn't you? You'd love that. So I was looking at Wigan, tend to play cautiously. I mean, what that tells me straight away is they are going to sit back. Have a look at their tactic. How are they playing? Big red flag. Big red flag. They're going to sit with a low block, get bodies behind the ball, play 5 at the back, 3 in front. They're going to protect the goal. This is not good news for us, as we can't actually score goals. So, and then they're going to break, I guess, with very quick direct counter-attacks. They're probably going to be looking at pumping long balls over the top. In defence, I do have a little bit of an issue because both of these central defenders, my first team central defenders, are allegedly quite tired at the moment, have low fatigue, and not in the best of condition. And fatigue is low for both of them. And I can't really understand that. We're only like 4 games into the season, and they shouldn't be suffering from low fatigue at the moment. But we do have McNally, and McNally is a young boy. He's 22 years old. He's a decent central defender, but he has good pace. He has acceleration 14, pace 15. And so if they are going to be pumping long balls over the top, hopefully we have the pace to actually deal with those long balls over the top. I don't really want to change too much. I had thought about maybe playing with a standard line and maybe with a low block to try and drag them out a little bit. And it might come to that. If we can't break them down, then it might come to that. We may need to drag them out a little bit. In terms of their threat, I don't think we need to actually take them in a very serious way at all. We just need to be careful at the back that we don't make mistakes. Defensively, we are said to be good, so hopefully the boys at the back will do the job. If we go to, I've always got my notebook here because there's a lot of information. And I would always make notes because my memory, when you get to my age, your memory's a bit like a sieve. And I will always make notes. But if I go to the detailed stats, I'm really interested in a few things here, only interested in a few things. I'm looking for, they're not very good at controlling the ball. And they have 39% possession overall. We're top. We have 67% possession. We should dominate the ball. I worry that we won't be able to break them down, but we'll deal with that in game and try to make adjustments as and when. I don't think they will present very much of a threat. If we look at their expected goals, then it's not great. Expected goals, they're 23rd in the table. So non-penalty expected goals, 23rd in the table. So they don't represent a real threat up top. In terms of their cross completion, again, their cross completion is just 6%. Our cross completion, on the other hand, is 16%. It just looks to me like we're all around a much better team than them. But these are always potential banana skins. The set piece, they haven't scored any goals from corners, and they haven't scored any goals from direct free kicks, and indirect free kicks, again, they haven't scored any goals from set pieces. So they don't really look like much of a threat to me, and I think we should focus on our own game rather than be worrying too much about them. But if we go back to their stats, and we'll go in and have a look at a game that they've recently played. They played against Stoke, and they obviously played quite well, even though they lost on penalties, the same as us. They obviously played quite well in that game. Their form is poor, I would say. I wouldn't like that as a picture I'm looking at. And to go in and see how they actually played the game. This is a game that they played very, very well. And they are the blue. The focus of attack is spread around all over the pitch. So on all sides, in all areas, we have to be defensively good. 4 shots inside the box and 4 shots outside the box. And I think I need to just make sure that we don't allow them to get inside the box. And that's Stoke. I don't want Stoke. But let's have a look at some of the team stuff. And if we go to possession, we'll have a look at the heat map first. And they didn't have much of the ball. But most of when they had the ball is on the left-hand side. And maybe that's a good thing. We are quite strong on the right-hand side. but most of the time that they are keeping the ball is towards the left-hand side. So it doesn't need to be very careful. Our attacking fullback is on the left-hand side, so they don't really pose much of a threat down that left-hand side. And then if we have a look at their pass combinations, there's a little bit going on here between the fullback and the right winger. No, this is the centre back, isn't he? And the right wing back. So there's a little bit of stuff going on here, not so much on the left, but looks like to me like this guy is sending out the long passes, and he's the guy, Edmonds Green, who's looking to send these balls over the top for the onrushing forwards. He does link up quite well with Graham Shinney, and so maybe that's something we need to focus on, stopping this guy from distributing the ball. If we look at, if we go to passes, let's get rid of that and look at their passes completed all over the pitch, and a lot of them are quite long. Unsuccessful passes are these. You can see that the long balls, long passes up the pitch, but most of them luckily were incomplete. What I would really like FM to add in this section would be short passes and long passes. If we had that information, it would really be cool, because you could see who is sending these dangerous long passes up the pitch and then just take that guy. I have a funny feeling that it is going to be this guy, Edmonds Green, who he does seem to be sending a lot of these long passes up. Also the goalkeeper, and I think we need to be putting the goalkeeper under pressure, because he does seem to be sending long passes out towards Magrenis. In fact, 38 of them during the match. So things to be aware of is for Wigan, it's about stopping the distribution. It's not that they are a threat in any way, but we have to stop the ball actually arriving at them. So with that in mind, we could go and set up the game now. And I hope that this is going to be a game that we can win. Vitinha and Teller are both fit. Interestingly, my assistant, in terms of his team selection, and I always take note of what he says when I take over a club, at least for a couple of months. He's got a totally different team in here than I have, and he wants Harwood Bellis back in the team now. He wants Charlie Taylor out, and he wants Teller in. But the curious thing about this is that he wants Ashley Barnes up front. Bravery and work rate make him a very good team player, and he may have something that he's going here. So I'm actually going to go with his suggested squad. He knows this team better than I do, and we'll find out if he's right about Ashley Barnes. And if you're going to do that and trust your assistant manager, then what you need to do is make sure he set up the subs bench correctly, because he will leave you short on the bench. So we need to make sure that he's got both flanks covered to begin with, and I can see he's got Bayer as the centre back, and then he has Lowton, but he has no right back on the bench, and you can bet your bottom dollar with no right back cover on the bench that your right back is going to get very, very tired very, very quickly. So we need to find some right back cover. And we have Roberts. Where's Lowton? He should be on the bench. I'm looking for Lowton. Oh, there's Lowton. And on the left we should have possibly Vitinho. So we will put Vitinho on the bench. So we have now good cover at the back, especially if they're playing badly. You might need to change 3 of them at the back. And then Josh Cullen, I'm surprised he hasn't selected Josh Cullen. What I'm going to do is, I am a fan of Balick, and I'm going to take Cork out and put Cullen in to do the job as the box-to-box. And I'm also going to, I was thinking about maybe later I might change him to a centre mid on attack if we're chasing down a goal. But I will leave it for now to see how the game actually... my assistant manager, who is he? Who is my assistant manager? He's good. He's a good assistant manager. I trust him. What I'm looking for is judging player ability, people management, but tactical knowledge as well. I want him to have a degree of tactical knowledge so that when he's actually setting up my team, he knows what he's actually talking about. I think he's a very good assistant manager. I think we brought him in the pre-season, and I think he looks very, very good. So very happy with him because he has, for this level, he has good tactical knowledge. And he's also very good in terms of his coaching and tactical. He's a very good coach, as well as having the good management attributes that are needed. Good knowledge, good mentals for an assistant manager. I like him. I think he's a very, very good assistant manager. And so, yeah, we just need to make sure, because all assistant managers will not give you a full cover on the bench. Hey, SDS, I don't know so much. You haven't missed much, but I don't know so much about a masterclass. I always worry that I go through this meticulously and then we lose, as we did with Everton. I was just like so disappointed with Everton. And some of the form of Preston as well. And I've had to go through all match prep and slow the game down with Preston, because after the update it's got a lot harder. So we do need to make sure we have a team that, and we are going to be short on the flanks here. I only want one midfield to cover, and we will bring Brownhill on for Cork. He's a better player. He can play on the right flank. We have Hedilazio, who can play as a striker. He can play as a midfield left. And what I am going to be short of is somebody who can play as the shadow striker. I just realised how short we are of an attacking midfielder, and that's a big worry. But that's transfer window stuff. We need to go and play some football now. We'll continue to play in a very positive manner. He wants me to... No, I'm not going to do it. I want Balick to play where he is. I want him distributing the ball. Wants me to play in a balanced way. No, I'm going to go positive. They're not a big threat attacking-wise, and as long as we are aware of counter-attack, we should be okay. Harwood, Bellis, McNally, they're both very fast, so I don't need to do anything with the lines at the moment. And we will play positive. In terms of the opposition, we identified that from centre-back, but they have changed. This guy was a danger, Edmonds Green. He's not very fit, which is good news. We are looking fitter than they are. He's got a reasonable left foot, but we want to keep him off his right foot. And I'm going to close him down and turn him onto his left foot. So hopefully he won't be too much of a problem. And when he is trying to distribute, we need to get in his face and make sure he's not a problem. The one problem I have with my assistant is that he's a bit of a bully boy and he likes me to go clattering round the pitch when we're not a team full of great tacklers. So we'll take that out and we'll take it bit by bit. I don't think we need to do anything with any of the other defenders. Ben Amos, we want to make sure he's not accurate with these long balls. His composure is poor. Kicking is poor. And so we want to rattle his cage a little bit. And we're going to close him down and left foot as well. Just to rattle him. I don't want him sending long balls comfortably up the field. They are looking a shade tired. And in terms of their wing backs, they don't look great wing backs to me. They have a bit of pace, but again, they have poor composure. He has poor composure. His technique isn't great. Passing not so good. Decisions is okay for this level, but it's not brilliant. He doesn't look like the greatest fullback of all. He has a very weak left foot. And although he has pace, because his composure and decisions are not great, we will close him down and try to panic him a little bit. So close him down and left foot. And that should keep him quiet. Always, though, when you're doing this, you have to make sure that you've got a team that can put pressure on teams like this. And but we do know that Burnley are a team that are very capable of pressing. They have acceleration, aggression. They are able to close down. They anticipate well. They are good decision makers. They have good teamwork. So they are more than capable of closing people down. Max Power looks like a pretty decent player, although he's not very composed either. Passing and vision are decent, but not great. Poor decision making. So he's another candidate. Doesn't have any pace. Has fairly okay dribbling, but he's not likely, with his agility and balance, to be wriggling out of tight situations. So what I'm going to do is tight mark him. We're just going to tight mark this boy. And then that stops him spraying balls out. So the idea being that we're going to just stop him, because people are going to be looking up and looking for support, but there's going to be a man on him. And so they're going to have to look elsewhere. And then when the ball does come to him, somebody is already there and can put pressure on him. And the left wing back, good player, I think. He lacks pace, but he looks like a fairly decent player. He's very aggressive. We have to be very careful, but his decisions are not very good. Passing is adequate for a fullback in this league. He does have he's pretty good finisher. So we need to be very careful of him, but he has a very weak right foot and he lacks pace. So what we're going to do is close him down and turn him onto his right foot. So we'll close him down and turn him onto his right foot and hopefully panic him a little bit and get him to make some mistakes. Tom Naylor. I've heard that name before. Tom Naylor. Where have I come across that in FM before? Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, STS. It can be like torture. It made players double think and adjust tactics. Nothing in life is straightforward. I think the game since the update is a lot harder, Ben. A lot harder. And I do agree with you. Whatever you've been doing in the past since the update, you have to be a lot more careful. Tom Naylor, who is he? Not the greatest pace. Not much flair. He's not very brave. He's one that we're going to hard tackle. He's a pretty good player though. Passing isn't the best. Looks to me like he's a ball winning player. So I just want to close him down. I don't really feel that he's an attacking threat. So we'll just close him down when he has space and just take the space away from him. And this guy, the other midfielder, Again, he looks like a ball-winning midfielder, aggressive. So they're playing with two ball winners in midfield. Poor decisions, though. Not much pace. Could be caught out. Not much flair. But he's a good tackler. He's very strong, very brave player. Has decent off the ball. I think we'll just close him down as well. I don't know why my assistant manager was saying hard tackle these boys because they look quite strong to me, and I don't think that would be a good move. Strikers, hopefully, if we've done our job, then we shouldn't have too much to worry about in terms of the strikers. This boy is 6'2". He's very strong. Looks like a target forward to me. I don't want to tight mark him, therefore. Getting too tight to him exposes us to flick-ons from the long balls. So, but he's got poor technique, poor composure, and his dribbling is not very good. I think we should close him down. What was his... Does he have a weaker foot? Close him down and left foot. And that should solve his problem. And then Ashley Fletcher, I think he's a pacey little forward. Yeah, he's going to probably play as an advanced forward. He's quite pacey. He's really the one we need to worry about most of all, I think. Poor decisions, though. He's got poor composure. I don't really think I need to worry about him too much. And so I will just turn him onto his left foot. I worry about his pace because he might catch us out, especially with this guy flicking the ball on, and that might be how they are planning to score. I just need to make sure that I'm in the right settings. And what do we got here? Match sounds is off. I want to match be between highlights. Yeah, I'm actually in the right settings here. So I'm happy-ish with that team. I've decided to trust the assistant. But I think this is a game, even though on paper it looks easy, this is a game that we should be a little worried about. Feels Jack Cork should have been picked. Maybe I should have gone with Jack Cork at the end of the day. I don't know. I wanted Balick in there. Ashley Fletcher, he wants him shown onto his weaker foot. Well, let's go and have a look. Ashley Fletcher. We are showing him onto his weaker foot. So we've already listened to you. Could say we've been on a good run lately. Go out and impress me. I don't want to do that one because I don't have a great relationship with them, and they're unlikely to to say, yeah, I want to impress you. I'm going to say we are favourites. Let's play like it. I'm expecting solid defence, and I'm expecting you to take control of the midfield, and I'm looking for an edge in attack. And Ashley Barnes seemed fairly motivated, and we do have a highlight from the kickoff. And let's hope we can break them down early on. Let's hope it doesn't drag on, and that we can actually break them down very early on. And it is Roberts. How do you say that? Dervisoglu, Harwood, Bellis, McNally. McNally's gone a bit under the radar, this guy. 22 years old, and because of my favouring Bayer, McNally's gone a bit under the radar. Maybe he needs more football. That's a good ball into the box, and that's an example of how we want to play, and that setting up the tactic that way. We're trying deliberately to get the ball. I hope you're right, Ben. We're trying deliberately to get the ball to as near to goal as possible, and it just does show that the tactic actually is working in that respect. They are trying to get the ball in as close to goal as they possibly can. But Wigan do have a free kick, and this is like you always need to be very careful. We have the ball, giving it away, snapshot on goal, hits the crossbar. We've survived, but it doesn't make me feel very confident. Joe Bennett, let's just check who their set piece taker is. So Joe Bennett could be a nuisance. And McGuinness might be turning into a nuisance. We just need to keep an eye on that. We've pretty much, match momentum wise, we've dominated the game. I don't think we've got anything really to fear, except our own irresponsibility. And if we don't play well enough and we give them chances, we might pay for it. And if we don't create our own chances, we've only created 2 chances in a game we should be absolutely dominating. It's a team that's not playing very well together at the moment. Maybe it's the tactic that they're struggling to adopt to. They're also quite old in general terms, but that's nice. And Dervisoglu with a shot and an example of our finishing again. Get it nearer to the box. That's what we need to do. And if we're going to take shots from outside the box, we won't score. Corner, swung in, another chance. Good save by the goalkeeper, and highlight comes to an end. So we're creating chances. We've had 3 on target from our 4 shots. Can't ask for more than that, but we need to be creating a few more. Otherwise, Burnley will just take this game off us. Wigan will take this game off us. It's not at the moment impressing me, although we've played some nice football. But again, it's finishing. Nice play by McNally. He's on a yellow card. I need to maybe tell him to ease off the tackles. And unfortunately, we've had the ball stolen, and I'm not actually feeling very confident at this stage. And maybe I'm going to have to adjust things in the second half. And they are like sitting quite, packing the midfield really, and that's what's causing us a problem. And we are looking to bring it out. Come on, Balick. It's up to you to be creating the chances. And there's that long direct pass over the top. And Wigan have scored. It's Wigan 1, Burnley 0. And these boys need to be shouted at. This is not good enough. Players having poor games all up top. Ashley Barnes is poor. I don't know why. The assistant wants him playing up there, but thought we'd give him a chance. This is not good, and I don't know what to do. We're going to... I think I'm going to pull the line back a little bit. See if we can't bring Wigan out. Because at the moment, we're struggling to create chances. 40 minutes, 4 chances. Ashley Fletcher is playing well for them, but we do have a free kick, and that's wasted. Absolute dreadful. And this, we are not playing well. I suspected these games are potential banana skins, and it doesn't really matter how much you do. It's much, much harder now to actually dominate games. We are 70% of the possession, and that's the problem. So that is exactly the problem. Barnes is a 6.3. He's coming off. Absolutely dreadful. I was right. He should be sold. You've been terrible. Absolutely terrible. And Barnes has to come off. Just not good enough. Who have I got to come on instead? Whew, this is going to be tricky. Maybe we should put Teller up top and bring Brownhill on the wing. This is... he really don't know what else to do. Maybe as the game goes on, I'll go more attacking. I'm going to leave it at that. They've got to sort this out. Absolutely dreadful. Churlinoff is having a very, very poor game. I'm just really... If we have a team that's so poor at finishing, how are you going to win football matches if you can't then buy a striker? We are now down. Oh, that's bad news for Ben. Sunderland are leading the table. That's bad news for Ben. It's bad news for me as well. I'm going to go attacking. We have to try and get something out of this game now. Looking for other players not playing well. Defensively, we're sound. We've just given away that one chance. Cullen is having a poor game. Maybe it's time for Cullen to come off. Cherlanoff, I don't think I can do anything about. I don't have another attacking centre mid. I want to have a look at him in terms of his... Where can he play? Let's play him as an attacking midfielder on attack and drop him down to look for space deeper down. And Cullen is having a poor game, isn't he? Cullen's having a very poor game. And we'll bring Bastian on to play as the box-to-box. And we might switch Balick and Bastian around. Let's see what happens there. And you can see how tired this Wigan team are compared to us. And we cannot break them down. And 6 shots, 7 shots, 4 on target. And we need to shout at them again. We need more. Into the box, goalkeeper's ball. Wow, I mean, I don't know, guys. How do you actually do... Yeah, Ben. How do you do this? How do you win games if you've got a team that can't score goals? It's just like... And we know from when we took over, finishing is very poor in terms of this team. They are the worst in the league in terms of comparison for finishing. It's time to make a couple more changes. I don't know. Defensively, we're playing well, so we don't think we really need to worry. It's this guy, Cherlanoff, is having a poor game as well. Let's bring on Vitinho for Cherlanoff. Even Teller's not playing very well now. I don't think I need to make any more changes at the moment. I might even think about Haldasio, but where would I bring him on? He can't play as the attacking mid. So looking at them, they are very, very tired. They are so tired, and yet we can't break them down. We're creating chances, we can't put them away. That's the problem. And we're into the box again, and there's another one. Straight at the goalkeeper from Bastian. FM is telling me this team cannot score goals, and it's showing me on the screen. This team cannot score goals. And on the face of it, Burnley looked like a very easy save to do. But boy, oh boy, it's not. We need to desperately for Charlie Taylor to be sold. I can't even set up a bidding war for Charlie Taylor because there's only one club really interested in him. So I can't set up a bidding war for him because nobody else is interested. This is going to be a tough, tough season. And there is a long ball over the top. Vitinho is in. Vitinho has scored. We have equalised. And finally, someone has done something. And as they get more tired, hopefully now, we can go on and win this. Hey, Rose said, I've been playing FM for 12 years now. FM 11 was my very first one. And I don't know how Vitinho managed to sneak that in at the near post. The goalkeeper was all over the place there. But we've picked up a point and it's taken us back to the top. I really am struggling with this team. We've got to get a striker in. We've got to get somebody who can score goals. And as we look to build from the back, what we're playing is very patient football. No need to hurry anything. We can't do that kind of football, so we're not playing it. We are great passers of the ball. Possession 70% again. And the idea to just slow everything down so we can get as near to the penalty spot or nearer to the goal as we possibly can. We are back in space. Let's get it into the 6-yard box. Let's get it into this. Come on, Brownhill, get your act together. And Roberts, oh boy. No shooting from outside the box. What team do I support? No, I don't support Newcastle, Ben. I'm a Manchester United supporter in real life. But in FM, anybody I'm happen to be the manager of. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's get this winning goal. Come on. You can do this. McNally, who's had a very good game. He's impressed me today and has done nothing wrong. Apart from the yellow card, he's had a very, very good game. We've just got to, come on, one last effort, boys. We can do this. Motivate yourself. Let's encourage them. Let's give them, drop a little bit of encouragement. Brownhill isn't having the greatest game since he came on. His crossing is poor. And here come Wigan looking for that quick counter. We've got to take the ball off them or they're going to cause us grief. And if we haven't taken the ball off them, this is poor. Maybe I got to have a look at... Oh, boy. Maybe it's too late to have a look. They are going to score. It's 2-1. And we have been beaten here. And I just don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. I thought he was offside there. Surely offside. As it has been disallowed. Has been disallowed. And, whoa, we're so lucky to get away with that. Our passing map is a joy to behold. We're just like 15 shots to 3 and we can't win football matches. You support Liverpool? Oh boy, in real life we probably wouldn't be the best of friends, but as we've managed to get it off the line, I need to shout at this team again. This is not good enough. Absolutely not good enough. If they're going to come more at us, I want to go back to a positive because I want to hold on to what we've got now. They're coming at us a little bit more. I actually forgot to check their substitutions, which is not a good thing. And that was poor on my part. But it's all Wigan at the moment. And for a team that are absolutely exhausted, they're playing very well. Balick, do what you're good at. And that's a lovely ball. Teller is in. Teller. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Who was it Rage that was telling me to play Teller up front? Oh, boy. What was that? It's like, my God. Come on, boys. We've been working hard on set pieces. Come on, boys. One last effort. One last effort. You can do this. Look at Tellers on a 6.4 now up front there. We don't really want to be taking too much time here. And let's get this ball into the box. Is somebody hurt? I can see the physio running around, or is he waiting for someone to be hurt? Come on. Let's get it into the box. Maatson is hopefully going to take this free kick one day. And it's headed out, comes to Vitinho, and he gives the ball away. First touch was very, very poor. Ball into space. Win that ball. It's full time. Wigan won. Burnley won. What should I say to them? They were dreadful. 17 shots, 8 on target. Our finishing continues to be our big problem. Very big problem. You were not good enough. Not good enough. I'm not going to be gentle according to the assistant. They just were not good enough. But somehow we are still on top. It's not been a good start to the season, but we are keeping ourselves on top. I really don't know what to do about a striker. I have no money. And we are currently in problems with the wage budget. So I need even to use the wage budget to address this. I don't even think what I've got left is actually going to solve the wage budget problem. That would give me £5.61 and leave me no money at all, £37. it probably would solve the problem, but selling Charlie Taylor would solve the problem. Really, Haaland has a first half hat trick. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to get Haaland in here at Burnley. It would be quite nice. I think we'd have a chance then. But I'd even take that guy from Blackpool. I'd even take him. Forget the Haalands. I just want to score some goals. And this team is not scoring goals. Millwall are a better team. And so we need to be very well. They play a fluid counter-attack style, a similar style. And then the difference with them is that they will carry the ball rather than punt it long. So the very, very... Not senior affiliates. We have affiliates that are below us, Dan, but not affiliates who are better than us. And so the players that I'm going to get in from them are not going to be of any value to me at all. I mean, we're not in the business this season of developing young players. We're expected to be promoted. And automatic promotion, not this playoff stuff. I don't have the luxury of saying, yeah, we'll develop some younger players. I need to get a good striker in, and that is really dependent on whether I can sell players. And if I look at Charlie Taylor, he's the one who is most likely at the moment to be sold. There's just one major interest in him, so I could drop the asking price down to maybe 7.5 mil, and then if Everton come in with a bid for 7.5 mil and Brighton don't, I can't set up a bidding war. So that would be very, very risky indeed. I'm going to set it at 14.5. Everton are rumoured to be looking at a bid of 14.5, so we'll set it there. No, unfortunately, I don't think I can. In terms of Weghorst, let's have a look. Weghorst, we can't recall him from loan. I've already looked at that. He could do a job for me as a pressing forward. He would do probably a very good job as a pressing forward. And that's unfortunate that we can't actually recall him. I did actually look at that. Yeah, but we can't recall from loan. We'll keep an eye on it right up until deadline day. But I suspect the game is setting me up for some deadline day shenanigans. That's what I actually suspect is going to happen here. In terms of what I got set up for training, let's have a look at what's... we have a game coming up on Tuesday, so we're not doing much training at all. We'll think about there's an international break there, so we need to think about after Tuesday. So again, I think we're going to be focusing on attacking patient that day, and this one we will probably do some chance conversion. We'll keep doing that. That can now come out. Defending, we'll do some defending wide, get some defending practice in, some aerial defense, some defending wide, just get some defending, and then we'll worry about next week. And then I don't know why we want to do two of those. We'll just rest them in the evenings. And that looks good to me for the rest of the week. Again, I'm going to keep focusing on this. It's important that they become very good at set pieces, because I can't see any other way we're going to score. At the moment, it's really, really poor. What's going on? Do we have a report on Millwall yet? No, we don't have the report in yet. So it was not a good weekend. It was a good weekend in that we kept ourselves on top, and Ben will be very happy that Sunderland are not top of the league. So as long as we're top, I suppose everybody's going to be happy. But this kind of form is not going to keep us top of the league. This kind of form is not going to keep us there. What's he saying? The introduction of Vitinho changed the game, and my assistant had said, yep, it did for sure. Millwall is going to be a tricky game. A very, very tricky game. Oh, they want to loan Matthew Lowton, do they? Well, that's not going to happen. That is not going to happen. Except he might get a bit upset. And this guy is an under-18 coach. Let's get that done. I keep clicking on that, ask to recommend signing. I've ever since that was introduced as a little button down there, I've never been able to find. It says they will make any recommendations in the scouting centre. Never been able to find them. So I don't know why I clicked that button. Let's have a look at Millwall. Decent team, very decent. I mean, the first thing I look at is this list bigger than this list? And this list is bigger than the weaknesses. So a decent team. Oh, I wish. They are very good finishers, good at taking their chances. I wish. Very strong, very brave, very aggressive. We need to watch for this geezer, Vogel's armour. So we'll make a note of Vogel's armour. It will either be preventing the ball coming to him or doing something to close him down. He's going to be a pressing forward. He's going to be very strong. He's going to be very aggressive. So it might be a case of preventing the ball getting to him rather than trying to do something with him. They are good off the ball, good work rate, very determined, good concentration, effective from through balls. And in terms of their weaknesses, they're not good crossers of the ball. Maybe in this case we might need to show them the flanks and let them play out there rather than in the middle. We shall have a look at that in a minute. Good dribblers. We don't want to be, I think, pressing too much. So some things to think about. Good dribblers and good at crossing. That's a dangerous combination, dribbling and crossing. So let's go and have a look at their schedule. Lost to Reading, did they? But let's have a look. Let's have a look at the last time they won. They beat Swansea. What looks fairly comfortable. Again, they're sitting back. They're going to soak up pressure. We played better against Wigan when I pulled the lines back, when I stopped pressing them so much high up the pitch. We played a lot better. So maybe that's something that I will do, is drop the lines down to a mid-block, bring them out a little bit. And we're looking at Millwall, a lot of the play down the right-hand side. Okay, Ben, and take care, mate. Have a good evening. And we will see you soon. See you in the comments very soon. Another video going up tomorrow. Stream, Roselid, I stream only Tuesday and Thursday at the moment. And I just upload the other save videos on the other days of the week. So there's something going on every day apart from Saturday, which I kind of have a day off because I think people are more interested in the real football that's going on than Saturdays, rather than watching what I'm putting out here in the fantasy football sphere. So yeah, Saturday there's no video, and 4 days a week there's a stand-up video, and twice a week I do a stream in the evening. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. So looking at it, they're going to play. They play a lot down the right. That's where they want to play. I want to play them over here. I want them to play over here because they're not comfortable playing over this side. And so I want to make them, if I can, go that way. And if we have a look at Millwall's map, yeah, we can see that down the right-hand side, they're much more comfortable. I want to force them to play over here where they're not so comfortable. We've got this geezer. He is very high up the pitch, and this centre-back is also quite high up the pitch for a centre-back. So he's probably a wide centre-back on support, and that's where they're looking to dominate in this area. I want to force them over here. And so we want the goalkeeper looking over here. We want this guy forced onto his left foot. We want this geezer forced onto his left foot so that they're looking this way rather than trying to get the ball out here. I also want this guy on his left foot so he's looking inside. Although he does have support here, so maybe we'll leave him alone. We just want to stop these three playing the ball to him. So they're dangerous down this side, not so dangerous down this side. And Swansea, instead of focusing the play down here, Swansea actually spread their play around the pitch instead of focusing their play. Probably an error. We need to be focusing our play down the right. I want them playing on the left. So we'll try that out. Again, they are a very good team, and whether or not we are good enough to beat Millwall, I don't think we are. And unless the game is very, very nice to me, I don't think we are good enough to beat Millwall. And that will be something that I won't know how to cope if we don't bring a striker in, someone who can score goals. He wants Barnes to play again. He likes Ashley Barnes, doesn't he? But I'm not falling for that this time. And we'll have a look at team selection now. Oh boy, oh boy. I think we need to be moving the ball. I think we need to be moving the ball a little quicker. Because they're strong, they're going to press us. They're going to be on us. And I don't want us playing out of defence. If they're going to be aggressive and strong, I don't want us making mistakes at the back. And I think we need to be offloading the ball a little bit quicker than we have been. In terms of team selection, some very, very tired players. Bayer is okay, so he can come in for Howard Bellis. And we can play Long. He can come in as the other centre-back. They're not as speedy as the other two, but hopefully they should still be able to do the job. Charlie Taylor now can come in. He's fit. And Lowton can come in. So the back four are very fit, very healthy. Baylick is very tired. Teller's tired. Brownhill is in good shape. He can come in. I'm going to play him, I think, probably as a winger. I'm going to put him as a winger. I want him to be crossing the ball low into the 6-yard box. It's not working as a wide midfielder. I thought it might, but it's not. Teller's tired. Bastian can come in as the DLP. And then Jack Cork. They've been shouting for Jack Cork to be selected. He can come in as the box-to-box. I think it's a decent midfield and very fresh. Dervizoglu is fairly fresh, as is Churlinov. And I'm going to play Rodriguez up top. I think he probably is my best option up top. And I need Cullen is probably the freshest of those, so he can come in on the bench for... And, oh boy... I'm going to play Vitinho. Where is Vitinho? He needs a start after his performance last time. It's a decent team. It's probably a team that's going to be fitter than Millwall. And I hope it's a team that will do the job. I just don't know how we're going to score goals, though. We're going to have to be very lucky. And someone's going to have a very good game. And unsure, yeah, I'm unsure as well, quite right. Rejected the offer. I wanted to bring him in as a sports scientist. There'll probably be many other sports scientists I can sign. Not too worried about that. And scouting update. Starting to find some good players. This guy, Watford Asprilia from Watford's a very, very good player. I'm not going to have that kind of money unless we do it on the Never Never and unless we sell 2 players. Elliot Anderson is a very good player. He's now not for sale. So starting to find some players. I'd even bring Todd Cantwell in if I was desperate enough. He's not a bad player. Good central defender here for 14 mil. That would mean selling 2 players. I think Millwall would be very, very tough. I'm really concerned about beating any team at the moment. And yeah, finding good players is proving difficult. And if I go to the scouting, nothing will have moved on from... They found no one. It's an absolute nightmare. 0, 0, 0, 0. It's an absolute nightmare. But there are players that can come in, and I do like that guy from Blackpool. I'm just in everybody else's hands. There's no point in giving me this update when you can't find anybody. So I'm not interested in going to any recruitment meeting until you show me that you can do your job. And oh boy, the board are expecting us to win. The supporters are expecting us to win. And the supporters want to see Vitinha in the team. Want to see McNally in the team, but he's tired. We can't play him. It's 2 days later, so we can't play him. So I think I probably would. If actually when we get there he is fit, I might actually risk him, McNally, because he did play very well. He did impress me. So a game that we've got to win. I think if we lose, it's not going to be a disaster because we'll still be in the playoffs. But we really do need to do something here. We'll click that and then change it all. He wants me to play balanced. And what I'm going to do, we are the home team, so I don't want to play in a balanced way. But I am going to drop the line back. And that will mean that hopefully we can open up space behind them. I'm not going to press as much. They're very aggressive. And I'm going to try and force them outside. Force them outside. I want to force them outside. They're very good crossers of the ball, but I think our central defenders... Actually, I will just leave that out for now, and we'll see. We'll ask them to stop the crosses. Okay, so let's have a look at the team. Is McNally fit, or is he unfit? Where is McNally? Where's McNally? There he is. He's desperately unfit. He can't be played. So I think the team we've selected is probably what we have to go with. I hope that Teller is going to perform reasonably well at some point during the season. He's not a player I would have brought in on loan, but I'm stuck with him. Yeah, backroom staff. I don't really have a problem with backroom staff. I'm able to find staff very easily. Even my assistant has actually recommended some good backroom staff. So backroom staff is not a problem. Finding players in FM23, especially after the update, is a big problem. But it's a team that is fairly fit, and I just hope that Millwall are not too fit. They have one or two players that they're having to play who are not too fit. Charlie Cresswell is very tired. And it's actually saying he's tired, so we need to close him down. And we need to put pressure on him. The guy that we really need to focus on is Wallace. I want him on his left foot. I want him playing the ball out here, not this way. And probably Cresswell, I want him playing left, but his weaker foot is his stronger foot is his left. No, actually, it's his right. I want him going left as well, so I'm going to turn him onto his left foot as well. Not too worried about the right-handed side. This geezer in the midfield, he could turn out to be a nuisance, as well as the wing-backs. Leonard, and he's going to need closing down. He's not that pacey, weak left foot, and so we are going to close him down and put him onto his left foot. Down the right, they're very dangerous, and so hopefully now he's going to be forced to play it this way, and this guy, I want him forced to play it this way. And so we're going to... This is the guy, isn't it? Honeyman. He's not a natural defensive centre mid. And he's not very strong. He's not very brave. He needs a hard tackle. Needs to be closed down. And needs to be turned onto his left foot. We'll turn him onto his left foot and close him down. This guy I don't really want to worry about too much. I want them to look for him. He's not very brave. He's decently strong. Not very determined. Passing is good. So we need to tight mark this guy. He's the playmaker of them. And we need to tight mark him. And I would always suggest with a playmaker, tight mark him. Don't give him space. Don't let them find him. And he has 2 good feet, so we don't need to worry about that. So we'll just tight mark him and try to take him out of the game. And if necessary, if he's dominating the game, we'll put someone. Looks like he's playing in a DLP role. And the left wing back, not too worried about him. He can run around and do whatever he wants. I'm hoping they will look for him. What's the best save you've had on FM? I think my Swansea save from last season from FM22 was without a doubt my best ever save, the one that I've enjoyed the most. I was really enjoying Preston this year until things just went awry. Preston this year were winning everything and things just suddenly went awry. And I was enjoying that one. But the Swansea save last year was just awesome. I really enjoyed that one. I think it's still up, that one. If you get a chance, have a look at that one. It was really good. Some very good players in that team. So he's not very strong. He might just be worth a hard tackle. We'll just hard tackle him, this left, and leave him alone. And I'm hoping they will look for him so that they're then forced to play down the left-hand side. We'll close up the right-hand side. And then they'll look for this guy. And so the AMC, not very good dribbler of the ball. He's no pace. His passing is decent. He's another one that looks like we should be tight marking him. Has good composure. So closing him down would not be a good idea because good composure, flair, good off the ball. I think probably better to tight mark him. Tight mark Fleming. Hard tackling, is that necessary on him? No, I don't want to hard tackle him. Just tight mark him and just take him out of the game. And he is a danger. We'll come back to him. Mason Bennett is the more advanced forward. Got a bit of pace, but that's all he's got. The rest of him is not very good. So I think we'll just leave him alone. There's no need to worry about him too much. He's the danger man. And he is 5'10". He's not tall. But he is a very good player. He's the only other weakness in his physicals is his agility, but that's not too weak. Doesn't have the greatest of positioning, but his off the ball isn't bad. Composure is suspect. I'm just at the moment just thinking left foot. It's his weaker foot. Oh, that's Mason Bennett. Mason Bennett. What was I going to do with him? Nothing. Absolutely nothing, was I? I don't think he's too much of a threat. It's this guy we want to... I'm not going to type mark him. I'm just going to turn him on to his left foot. Just left foot. He's very, very dangerous, and I don't want to get too close. Do you ever do Premier League saves? Well, yeah, I'm hoping that Preston is going to turn into a Premier League club at the end of this current season. And if things go well in the last 12 games, then I think it's highly possible that Preston will become a Premier League team. And then who knows, the door hopefully will be open for Preston. Opposition is... Oh, we didn't check the goalkeeper, did we? Very weak left foot. And poor composure. His acceleration also isn't very good in pace. So we need to close the goalkeeper down. And also left foot. So pressing forward, Rodriguez has a job to do. He needs to be getting at the goalkeeper. And hopefully that's good enough to win this game. So let's go and play football. Oh boy, I feel like so nervous. Like I've never managed a team that can't score goals. And I feel really, really nervous. The media have given you a lot of credit. Probably they haven't. Our home form is very important to us. They have responded to me for a change. I have faith in you. But then they went off the boil a little bit. I do feel Rodriguez up top is the better option as a striker at the moment. But I don't know. It's going to be, I don't know, touch and go, whether he can find any form. This is better. I mean, upping the tempo just a tad. They look like they're zipping it around a little bit. And that's good. Don't want them getting caught on the ball. And this looks good. Nice football. They're offloading it just a little bit quicker. And I did enjoy what I saw there. It is Brownhill. We have a free kick and it goes over the crossbar. We really need to work on set pieces a lot, I think. But if you do train them, 5 goals. Haaland's got 5 goals, has he? Blimey. I agree with you, STS. I think Preston will win the league this season. I think after what we did last season, FM owes it to us. We should win the league. And we're doing all right in this game against Millwall. We've had all the possession again. We've created the only 2 chances. Playing lower line of engagement seems to be doing a lot better. I fancy that was a penalty, referee. Has he given a penalty or a corner? Just a corner. And I thought that he was taken out of the game there. But it is a corner. Let's get a goal from a set piece, boys. We've been working really hard on this. Vitinha, who's the man in form, but what a good save that was. That was one hell of a shot from Vitinha. And that was a very, very good save. And we are looking like we are the better team, but as we've seen before, that's nothing to go on. Because if you can't score, you don't win football matches. And we've had all the pressure. We've only had one shot on target, though, again. And nice football again. We're offloading the ball a little bit quicker, and that seems to be working. And again, another silly shot from outside the box. That's the danger with upping the tempo, because they're going to start playing frantic football. And I don't want them taking panic shots from outside the box, but you up the tempo, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to look to get the ball towards goal a lot quicker, make poor decisions, and I don't want them making poor decisions because they're not good enough. And but we are dominating the game, and again, there's another poor decision, and I need to just what can I say? Let's just calm down. Just calm down. Just take your time. We're still, remember, playing patient football. And we have dropped down the table to second. Cardiff have gone above us. And really, Millwall, for a very good team, have actually had nothing in the game. They have just not been in the game and not even registering an XG yet. And this is a game that we could easily lose. It's just bizarre. This FM is quite bizarre sometimes. This team is set up about as well as I can set them up. And Rodriguez is through. Can he score? He's missed it again. Oh my goodness me. They're set up as well as I can do it. And all my experience I've been dragging into this Burnley team. No matter what I seem to do, they cannot put chances away. And there's another set piece. There's a chance it's headed off the line and cleared. Another chance goes begging. Bastion with the ball. It's deflected the goalkeeper. Again, it's another long shot. And when you up the tempo, that's what's going to happen. They will start doing things a lot quicker. And then they will start taking shots without actually thinking about it. The panic shots. But this is probably where Millwall will take the lead. And, they are actually keeping possession quite well. We do need to... Oh, no. Oh, no. But unfortunately, he's made a complete hash of it. It's Burnley 0, Millwall 0. Oh, boy, this is so hard. Cork looking for support. That's better, just be patient. We have to be patient. And Bastion looking over the top. Can we get the ball on target? We can. It's another save. 9 shots, only 2 on target. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, is this difficult. And do I shout at them or what? Nobody's having a really bad game, but just nobody's playing very well. And Millwall just haven't been in it. And our XG, though, is only 0.64. It's not very... I'm going to shout at them again. I'm far from pleased. And I'm going to focus on the attack. You've not been good enough. They need to accept that they have not been good enough. And we need to be doing a lot better. We're home against Millwall. And we've dominated the match. And if you don't score goals, this is what you're going to get. I don't know how, unless we get... If we don't get a striker, I don't know how we're going to go the whole season like this without scoring any goals. I don't know how that's going to work. What is FM going to do? It has to let us score some goals, surely. And that's what we wanted to do. Put the goalkeeper under pressure. He's made an error, but so have we. That was a terrible pass. And I don't know. I wonder if I should increase the passing directness. Is it too short? But we are in another chance, and it's... Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. No, I don't want to actually do that. Pass into space. Nah. I think we're playing well. We're playing very, very well. We just can't score. And there's nothing that I can alter that's going to make this better. It's set up nicely. Our opposition instructions are working. They're clearly not in the game. We've totally forced them to play in a way they don't want to. It's very clear what the problem is. 13 attempts, only 4 on target and no goal again. It's very clear what the problem is. And I just have to be patient, let them play the game, and hope that somebody's going to come up with a moment of brilliance. Okay, STS, my friend. I've been saying since this began that this is going to be a very difficult save. If you haven't got anybody who can score any goals, you're in real trouble. We need to work this into the box. I see that's another example, and the match representation is telling me exactly this. You don't have anyone who's going to score goals, and it's just clearly showing me that I need to do something about that. And if I don't have any money, what can I do? And here is probably the goal for Millwall. Ball into the box. Goalkeeper's come and claimed it. And 15 shots, now 4 on target. XG is only 0.77. It's poor. Does that mean that the chances we're creating are not good enough? But we're totally in control of the game. Good tackle from Millwall, but we've won it back. Brownhill, come on. You're supposed to be a good player, Brownhill. Do something good. Let's get this ball into the box. Long cross into the box. Another chance on goal goes over the top. Is there anybody who needs to come off? Rodriguez is 6.6. Vitinho 6.6 today. Those are the two worst players, which isn't that bad. Ball into the box. Here's Vitinho. Out to Brownhill. Terrible touch from Brownhill. Chance goes begging. Millwall once again forced into playing it long down the left where they don't want to be playing it. And come on, somebody score a goal. We can't go all season without being able to score a single goal. Surely not. There's a ball over the top. Vitinho, can he get it into the box? We need it in the box, not shooting from there. Here is Loughton. Loughton, we've had now 17 shots. And let's replace with Nathan Teller. Brownhill didn't look very dangerous to me. We are still top of the league somehow, which is very surprising. Because these have been a nightmare couple of games. Oh no. Oh no. Oh boy. I knew this was going to happen. The game is telling me that if you don't have strikers, you are not going to win football matches. Unbelievable by the goalkeeper. What was he doing? We had it covered. What was he doing? And I don't know what to do. I'm going to have to make some changes. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. These two up front. Bastian, terrible. Cullen can come in. Cork can go to the DLB. And Cherlanoff. Teller has just come on. Let's put Cherlanoff on for Vitinho. Let's put him up front, give him a try. Nobody's playing badly in defence. The goalkeeper's just made a stupid error. Ah, boy, we are now down to third, quite deservedly so. In fact, I would say we should be near the bottom of the league. We have scored about 3 goals all season. I'm going to go to attacking. Millwall have just attacked 3 times, and they have had 1 shot on target and scored. They are good finishers, though, and we are not. And so that's the difference between the two teams. They knew we're very good at finishing. We only have to make a couple of chances and we'll score 1. We're not good at finishing. We know we have to probably make about 40 chances before we'll score. And Millwall are in again. And that's just past the post. I really am struggling with this save. I really, really am struggling. And there's nothing much more I can do. I'm going to push the lines up, I think. Let's go much higher. Try and put some pressure on them. They're tired. Let's see if that works. And there's a ball over the top going nowhere. Can we get another draw? I'll even settle for another draw. But they're Millwall are finishing the stronger team, even though they're very tired. And there's a chance that we've just about managed to keep it out. Oh boy, this is absolutely dreadful. I have no idea how to overcome this. Absolutely no idea. Sitting in third, this is not good enough. And I will lose my job if this goes on much more. But until I get some money, nothing I can do. Charlie Taylor is possibly a little tired. And no, I'm just leave him on. There's no point. Unbelievably bad. Time is ticking down. The clock is ticking down. 18 shots. Again, a game we've absolutely annihilated the opposition. And the game is telling me you need a striker. It's telling me quite clearly, if you don't get a striker, you're doomed. Maybe I have to have a look at... No excuse, guys. No excuse. So we are down to third. It's been an absolute horror show in this episode. Absolute horror show. And we have... This form is not promotion form. It's relegation form. And we need to... And we got Norwich next. That doesn't bode well. And we need to do something. And I wonder... How much does this guy from Blackpool cost? Where is he? Ryan Yates? No, not Ryan Yates. What was he called? Wait, where's he gone? Jerry Yates. He's likely to cost between 4.5 and 4.9 and 8 million. I wonder if I'm going to have to get desperate here. I'm going to have to get desperate and maybe look at Charlie Taylor. I won't have a left back, but if I haven't got a forward, it's all going to go wrong. So maybe if I reduce Charlie Taylor's asking price, I'm just going to have to panic. Let's reduce his asking price to, let's go 11.25. Let's see if we can't get Everton interested. I don't think we've got a fixture coming up, so I don't need to rest anybody, do I? No, it's international break. We have Brownhill injured again. Injuries are horrible in FM. And let's see if we can't get Everton to fork out some money. It's not looking good because tomorrow the deadline day ends and it's not looking very good. Oh boy, can we expect any business? I'm going to decline that. I'd like to, but I'm dependent on other things happening within the game. Club form should keep that. It doesn't matter. His club form is not good, so I don't know what you're talking about. And I don't know. I am not going to loan Lowton. That is of no value to me whatsoever. So don't even go there. I'm not going to get involved in that. And we're coming up to transfer deadline day now, and still Everton have not come in with a bid. Maybe I need to reduce this price a little bit more. If we don't make if we don't make this this deal, then I'm going to be looking for a new job very soon. Very, very soon. Oh boy. There's no one I haven't tried up front. Absolutely no one I haven't tried up front. And we're now in 4th, quite deservedly so. I think we'll probably, by Christmas, be in about 18th. Because if you can't score goals, you ain't winning football matches. And I don't think anything is going to happen in the transfer window. We are now on transfer deadline day, and nothing seems to be happening. I can't reduce this price anymore because I won't be able to afford to bring the player in. FM is playing hardball, real hardball. And I'm really struggling to know what to do. Come on, tick over. There's no reason to be this slow. Tick over. Supporters are starting to get a little bit... who is this guy, Costellas? There's no point. I've got cover out there. So we'll talk to him about it. There's no point in bringing him back from loan. He's not going to be a first team player. Quiet deadline day. And in fact, nothing. Everton are preparing now to sign Max Aarons. Oh boy. So nothing is going to happen. I am dependent on other clubs, so there's nothing I can do. I have 2 targets. I'm going to decline all of these. I'm really not in the mood to talk to the press. 14 hours to go. If Everton have now turned their attention to Max Aarons, then nothing is going to happen. Nothing. And this worries me a lot because I've got a team that can't score goals. If you can't score goals, we are in big trouble. And the game has been showing me how bad we are in that department. And the game is not helping me because it won't allow any of my players to go out. Interesting. Very interesting. And as deadline day progresses, still no offers for any players. It's no good showing me players. I have 2 targets, but I just don't have any money. Yeah, I know. One of the fans, any position, just sign someone, please. I know the feeling. We could use a boost at centre back. We could definitely use a boost up front. I can't sign anyone if I don't have any money. Simple as that. And I have 5 loans already. Those were already done before I arrived. Nothing I can do. Job security is just stable. Oh my goodness me. Oh boy. 7 hours remaining. Nothing happening. We are interested, yep, in a number of players, but without any cash, there's nothing I can do. And let's go. Keep going. Keep going. Nobody's going to come in for any of my players. It's too late now. It's too late. Nothing happening. Nothing. Yeah, Everton have switched their attention and are not interested in Charlie Taylor now. 4 hours, it's end of deadline day. I really don't know what to do except to resign. Because we've scored about 3 goals. And this is just not enough. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Now that's 1 hour to go. That's it. Deadline day has finished. And we've been unable to do anything in the transfer market. I was dependent on players being sold. Nobody came in. I did what I could. But that's it. Deadline day is over. And we are in big, big trouble. This Burnley team now has a mountain to get over. Well, that's it, guys, for this episode. I need to go and have a lie down and a good cry. I can't understand what's going on with FM since the update. I've had problems in my other save. It's playing hardball like I've never seen before. And I've really never come across that in FM before. Not allowing you to sign players is something new. So I'll go away and have a think, and I'll be back on Thursday. Thanks, guys, for coming. Pleasure again, as always. Always good to see the comments. I try to respond to as many as I can. It's not always easy to see them, but I try to respond to as many as I can. Thanks, guys, for coming. And don't forget to like the video, because we're doing this for a good cause, and likes and comments and everything else will get the videos out there and help us to make money for the British Heart Foundation. And just to finish, thank you so much for coming in. I've had a good time again. It's been hard. This is probably a save I shouldn't have picked. I picked it because I thought it would be easy to get to the Prem. I've made a terrible error here. So I will see you on Thursday. We will try and put things right on Thursday. I'll see you soon, guys.